Well, again, folks, pray for Jamaica with a Category 5 hurricane probably already, hitting the island. It is supposed to be on the more on the more on the left side of the island, so west side. And as far as where my family them resided, it's Kingston and Stony Hill. So mainly pretty much Stony Hill. So thinking that they're going to be okay, but they're still going to be getting hit with torrential rain. So make sure y'all pray for Jamaica. Anyway, I know that this is a video that, again, YouTube is not going to notify you guys of, and I don't know what you guys are doing right now, how your day is going, or who's even here right now. But I do want to make sure that I address this again, because apparently the things that I've been saying in regards to SNAP benefits has been striking a nerve. Some of you guys, when I say, once you guys realize where my heart was in this particular matter and what I thought about it, you had a different understanding, and you came to a, pretty much you conceded on what I was saying about it. It's like I wasn't downing anybody or being condescending on anyone that receives SNAP benefits. But I want to also make this video to inform you guys of me getting out there, because I do have mentees. A lot of my mentees, their parents or parent receive SNAP benefits, and they watch my videos. They already know me good enough to know where my heart is and what I was saying when I was saying the things that I said in regards to people receiving SNAP benefits. So anyway, I'm going to do what I typically do in this particular case, where I'm going to wait about 3 minutes before before getting into the subject at hand. So hopefully you guys are all having a blessed day. I know Jamaica, I know right now it's a Balmaras Biakaboya right there. But most likely pray to the Almariyaya. With that being said, folks, I like to filibuster, and I'm going to do that until the 3-minute mark to make sure that YouTube gets this all out. If you are watching this at a later time, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, and also do me a favor and double check to make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel, because YouTube will strangely unsubscribe people to the channel. So in about 20 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and jump on the subject here. If you're here right now, you better speak or forever hold your peace. Usually during this time, some of you guys are in here and you're saying things, and I shout you all out in the process. But as of right now, I don't see anybody saying anything, even though it's showing that you guys are in here. So it's about 5 more seconds left. I'm going to go ahead and get right on into it. All right. Okie doke, ladies and gentlemen, if you skipped ahead to the 3-minute mark, congratulations, you did exactly what I wanted you to. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram as Modern Renaissance Man, with the O in modern being a 0. That same goes for Rumble. Also, follow me on my other YouTube channel called Man, Husband, Father. Look for me on X as The Real Ty Smith, okay? So if you're in here live right now, if you double tap the screen, it gives the video a thumbs up. If it doesn't do that, click the little 3 dots, and those 3 dots will allow you to select the thumbs up. If you're on your computer, just give the video a thumbs up. If you're watching on your TV, there's nothing you can do. I don't know. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Kaylani, me already did. Me said I'm gonna watch second prayer, but the more that be I can work it, let me pray to the yaya. That's what I said. So hopefully everything gonna be okay. But anyway, I already wanted everybody to say a prayer for Jamaica, which I mentioned earlier. Yeah, for you done, dude. So if a hurricane was hitting like it did in Florida, where we have family in Florida as well, you say F Florida while a hurricane is about to possibly ravage. So now you're saying F Jamaica where we have family? Yeah, okay. If my moderator's in here right now, kick him off. You done. Kick him completely off. Like, hide him from the channel, period. Yeah. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to talk about is this instance regarding The SNAP benefits, right? And the reason why is this. A lot of people are blaming President Trump for this. They're blaming President Trump for this. And guys, this has nothing to do with Trump. So let me tell y'all something. Florida is a state, Jamaica is not. Who would have thought? I didn't know that. Who would have thought that Jamaica was not a state? Oh. So you telling me Cuba isn't either? What? There's no, what? Stop. Anyway, the point that I want to talk about is the SNAP benefits being blamed on Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, the best way I'm going to give you this, especially a lot of my mentees that are listening right now, I'm going to give you an analogy and hopefully you can understand it. If all of us stay in a neighborhood, let's just say we all stay in the neighborhood on a block. If a lot of us have individuals that are staying in our house, these individuals, some of them are working while we are also helping them out while they are working. A great majority of them are not working. They're not contributing to the block. They're not contributing to cleaning up. They're not contributing to keeping the house clean. They're not contributing anything. What they are doing is they are staying in different residents' house on our block. They're eating, they're sleeping, they're pooping. They're getting all the things that comes with being in a home, except they don't have to contribute to anything that goes on in the home. Y'all follow me? To those that didn't understand that, if we all stayed on a block in our neighborhood, all of us had our homes, and there was individuals that lived in all of our homes, and most of them, they don't do anything. They get to eat, they get to sleep, they get to poop. They don't help with the yard. They don't help with the house. They don't help with cleaning. They don't do any cooking. All they do is eat, sleep, poop, and they get all the benefits of being in our homes. The warmth, the air. They get all of that. If they get hurt, we have to pay for them we got to pay for their health bills. They don't have to do anything. But then there are individuals that are contributing some to the house. They're contributing to the yard work. They're contributing to keeping the house clean. They're contributing to some of the cooking. And they also are reaping the benefits of what it takes to be pretty much sort of like a roommate in the house, right? Then you got other people that you contribute everything. You are working. You are paying the bills. You are also doing things in your home. You are also doing things in your neighborhood, right? Now, what if it came to a point where everybody in the neighborhood all took a vote, and everybody that took a vote said, hey, we got to look into this. The ones that are not contributing, the ones that are not working, and they are able to help out, they can help mow the grass, they can help paint, they can help clean, power spray the house off, they can help clean in the house, they can help do some cooking, they can help with repairs. We got to do something about this. We all going to take a vote in the neighborhood and say, we don't want them living off of us for free anymore. We don't want them eating. We don't want them using our bathroom. We don't want them doing all of this for free anymore. Right? If the whole neighborhood voted and we all voted that we did not want all those able-bodied adults living in our homes, in our neighborhood, scotch-free, not having to do anything. We don't want that anymore. That's what happened. Now, with all of us in the neighborhood voting, if we had someone, let's just say if it was me, if I was the president of the Homeowners Association and all of you guys in our neighborhood brought that to me, y'all petitioned, y'all signed it, and everybody voted that we did not want these people living scotch-free in our neighborhoods, in our homes, off of us anymore, and that they now have to go to work and contribute, would y'all blame me for that? Some of you guys don't get it. Would you blame me? I'm the president of the Homeowners Association. I took all of you guys' votes. I took all of you guys' petition. And then I made a decision. We are going to do what the neighborhood wants us to do. That's exactly what's happening. See, a lot of you don't understand. Now, let me raise you another one. Those individuals that were staying in our homes, in our neighborhood block, a third of them, they're not even legal. They're not even supposed to be in the neighborhood. They're not even supposed to be in our homes, but they there. And now the neighborhood also voted, we don't want these people. Not only do we not want them in our homes and eating our food and pretty much exhausting all our resources, we don't want them on our block at all. We want them gone. We want them to be out of here. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That's what America did when we voted. Now, with that being said, some of y'all gonna have a hard time understanding this. Go and read the bill. Because you got certain people in our neighborhood that think, oh no, those illegal people that stay in the neighborhoods, those people that stay in your home that you don't want there, they should be able to have that. They should be able to get that. Don't believe me. Go and look it up, folks. I think it's part of the CR bill 71109. Dude, that's what you do. Go look at the CR bill 71109 and see what it says. When you go and read the bill, the reason why so many people are pissed off, because in that bill, it also shows us, don't believe me, ladies and gentlemen, don't believe me. In that bill, it also shows that we, the people of America, have paid $56.1 billion now. Don't believe me. Don't believe me. $56.1 billion went towards able-bodied adults between the ages of 19 and 64. Able-bodied adults now between the ages of 19 and 64 that have no children. $56.1 billion went towards them for SNAP benefits, EBT, and Medicaid for health care. Don't believe me. Don't believe me, ladies and gentlemen. Do not believe me. Go look it up again, the CR or the big beautiful bill. Go look it up. I think it's 71109. Go look it up. We, the people, have paid $56 billion for men and women between the ages of 19 and 64 that don't have any children, and they are capable adults, according to the Census Bureau. And we just paying for them just to live scotch-free. Don't have to do anything. Some of them, I think within that, I think out of that, I think some of them might have been working like 20 hours or doing something like that a week. But that is absolutely ridiculous. And that is absolutely a smack to the face that we are paying $56 billion to able-bodied adults, men and women that have no children and they have no disabilities now between the ages of 19 and 64. Now, that's just Americans. That's just Americans. Now you talk about having illegals. And here's the deal. This is what they're trying to do. They're saying undocumented and illegal aliens cannot have health care. That's a lie. You want to know why? Because right now, as a director, ladies and gentlemen, that go between Chicago and St. Louis through various facilities, various hospitals, illegal aliens definitely are getting health care. You want to know why? Because most of the hospital principals, if they are not a for-profit facility or hospital, if a person comes in with an emergency, you have to treat them. Did you hear me? If someone comes in with an emergency, you have to treat them. So now you know what's going on. If someone comes in and they just want to see the doctor just to have a checkup, if they want to see a doctor as if they want to take their children in just to have a primary care physician, no. If they don't have any health care insurance and that's a for-profit facility, it's a good chance they're not going to get treated. Now, if you tell these illegal aliens, don't worry about it. Go to the emergency room. Those people don't care about waiting in the emergency room for hours on end, knowing that they're getting ready to get free health care. All they got to do is just say it's an emergency. What's going on with your child? Make something up. That's what they're telling these people. This is what we're getting. These are the bills that we're getting in the hospital. So guess what? what ends up happening is that the federal government is sort of funding these facilities so much money. These people come in and they get treated. The hospital has to treat them if it's a not-for-profit hospital. And who's footing that bill? We the people. Don't believe me. Don't believe me. Almost 200. Well, I think they estimated like upwards of $200 billion is what they're pissed off about, and the Democrats are trying to hold against the people. And ladies and gentlemen, don't believe me. They literally had a woman who I posted on my video. She literally said they are using you, the American people, they're using your fears, your sorrows in regards to not knowing if you're going to get SNAP benefits. They are using that as leverage to bend the Republicans' arm. And not just the Republicans' arm, it's we the people's arm. They're using our own American brothers and sisters, their sorrows, their fears. They're using them as leverage against us so that we can bend to allowing the illegal aliens to continue with free health care and things like that of the sort. They're doing it also to allow, see, this is what they get slick at. They also want to allow those able-bodied adults to continue to live off of the government. This has been one of the biggest tricks, one of the biggest things, one of the most fascinating, genius, evil plans that the Democrats have pulled off. And let me make this clear. For those of you idiots that have watched my videos in the past, and it's amazing that y'all came at me and all y'all kept on saying, you always talking about black people. There you go, talking about black people again. Idiots, in my videos of the past that you can still go up there and look at right now, show me where I completely, 100% narrowed it down and said it's all black people. Show me the video. Show me the timestamp. Because white people are the biggest recipients of SNAP benefits and EBT. Idiots. Since you made it about you, I told you, some of y'all got a mindset, you insert yourself in everything and make it about you. What made you think that it's only black people that's on food stamps and EBT and Medicaid? No, majority of them are white people. So this message that I've been pushing so hard, that if you are an able-bodied adult between the ages of 19 and 64, no children, according to the Census Bureau, we're spending $56.1 billion on y'all. All of y'all are in the same boat. And I told y'all in the time past in a lot of my videos. That it's all of y'all that have a certain mindset, whether it's the ghetto, hood, project mentality, whether it's the white trash, trailer park mentality. And I'm not talking about everybody has this mentality to stay in those areas, but you do know who I'm talking about. Those of you that you do not want to do for self, you are actually 100% comfortable. You're happy with living off of the government. You have no encouragement. You have no motivation to want to do anything better. You actually like where you're at. You like leeching and being a parasite to your fellow American brothers and sisters. Now, any of you that are listening to me right now, I am in no way talking about any of you who are disabled, whether it's something that's going on internally. I'm talking about you that get a disability check and you still use SNAP and EBT. I'm not talking to any of you that got a physical ailment or anything like that. I'm specifically addressing the able-bodied American men and women in the country right now. Now, to those of you who assumed that this message was particularly to only black people, why did you assume that when I never mentioned race in my videos? I did mention that some sisters and some brothers came at me about certain things, but majority of my video about SNAP benefits, I didn't mention no particular race whatsoever. So my question is, what made you insert yourself in it to assume that I'm talking to black people only, as if black people are the only ones on food stamps? You do know that Native Americans are on it too. You do know that, right? White people are on it. There are a lot of people that are on it. But what made you, see, that's what I'm saying. This is the thing that I try to tell people this. You need to ask yourself, how did you even get into a frame? How did you get yourself into the mind frame that me simply speaking some truths to human beings, what made your mindset go, he talking about black people? You always talking about black people. What made you think that? You have no idea that you've been psychologically psyoped by media, by the rhetoric that's in your neighborhoods, by the rhetoric in your school, to where if someone is bringing truth to you, someone has taught you to think, oh, it's because I'm black. Look at that. You saying it to another black man. Talking about black people. There you go. You a sellout. You a Uncle Tom. You a coon. You a house Negro. You a Porsche Negro. You a bootlicker. Okay, if I was white and I said this same thing without mentioning race, the first thing you want to say, oh, look at there. Here you go with your white privilege. Here you go with your white supremacy. Here you go. There you go. Who taught you to instantly jump to excuses and become a victim instead of going, you know what? I can work. You know what? I am able-bodied. You know what? I can go out there and do something with myself. You know what? I can get out there and go to work just like everybody else. But no, you've been conditioned to be and do nothing. You have gotten to the point to where you have been like that for so long that you become complacent and you become content in being on food stamps, in being on Section 8. You become content in having food stamps. You become content with that. And now that we have this situation going on, it's making a whole you guys uncomfortable. Now, again, let me make this clear. I'm still talking particularly to able-bodied Americans right now. I'm not talking to the single mothers who trying to do your best. You know, you made some mistakes and you trying to change your life around. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to any man out there that now some of y'all men, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little harder on y'all because that's a different ball game right there. I'm not talking about maybe a single father who got all of his daughters or got all of his sons and all that, and there's no way you could possibly go to work because you got to send your kids off to school and do things like that, make sure they're good, whatever. But my thing is, I'm not gonna lie, because some of y'all men, y'all know I work with some of you. You know that I tell you guys the same thing. The minute all your kids are in school, bruh, you can go do something part-time. You can go do something part-time. But you send your kids off to school, and then what? What are you doing with all that time? Your kids are in school, what, 8 hours? And if they play a sport, they may be in there even longer. What are you doing with all that time? See what I'm saying? So I hope y'all understood the analogy that I gave earlier. And I'm not gonna lie, especially some of you men, I really have it hard for you guys, because 15 or 20 hours a week, we got, man, in the medical facilities that I go to, we got nurses them doing 12-hour shifts 3-4 days a week. Men, and when you say nurse, I'm talking about males and females. They're doing 12s 3 to 4 days a week. And here you are crying about doing 20 hours in 1 week. Barely, what, you can do 4 hours a day. So while your children are in school, God forbid you can go down and volunteer somewhere. And on top of that, I have some men and women right now, their volunteer time that they're doing, they're going down and actually going to a trade area trying to learn about plumbing or electrical or carpentry or welding. 3-4 hours a day, they're going down there. That's considered to be volunteering too. See, but then a lot of times they don't tell you guys about this. You want to know why? Because I get it. If you grew up this way and you've been this way your entire life, right? If you've been this way your entire life and you have no other, you don't even know how to think like I'm thinking right now. There are people out there that actually are not in the box that you're in, that see things from a whole different perspective, that can lead you and guide you and help you along the way. But you have to be willing to do that. But you're telling me, and I'm just saying, y'all, man, a lot of people, y'all keep it real. Don't get me wrong. A lot of y'all keep it real. You're telling me as a grown man, especially grown men, you are good with just food stamps, paying whatever little you have to pay on Section 8, and they also give you cash assistance a little bit, so you don't even have to really pay any of that. You are good with that. Life is just grand because you don't have to do nothing. You're good with that as a man. And if that's the case, I'm not talking to you either, because there's nothing we can do to fix you. And if there's females out there, you guys are all in the same boat. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing that any of us are going to be able to do to fix that if that's what you find with. And the only way we can fix that is what's going on right now. I do not want anybody to come to a point to where they're not going to be able to eat or anything like that. But I hope and pray that you look at this as a wake-up call to where you always need to have a plan B should stuff hit the fan. Just like last week, I told you guys, if you guys were really worried about this crisis of not getting your SNAP benefits or EBT on the 1st, you should have instantly started going out to food pantries, calling local churches. Do y'all got a food pantry? I don't care. Give me this, give me that. You should have instantly did that. And if you got children, I'm telling you right now, because I told y'all I'm a survivalist, believe it or not. A lot of you guys know my story. And so Ty, if this happened to you, 2 weeks when they said, hey, it's a good chance y'all might not get y'all benefits on the 1st, I'm not about to jump on here and make a video. Man, I'm going to tell y'all something. I better get my mother effing food stamps on the 1st. If I don't get my mother effing food stamps, I'm going in Walmart. I'm stealing. Oh, yeah, wait. Great example for your kids, huh? If I go in Walmart, I'm stealing everything, and nobody better not get in my mother effing way, because I'm going to get me some food. Yeah, way to tell the police that you about to go in there and commit a crime and get ready to go to jail. While you're in jail, who's going to be taking care of your kids, woman? Who's going to be taking care of your kids, man? Now you're going to put the burden on your mother or your father, the children's grandmother or grandfather, because you did something stupid. Way to go, Mom. Then you make a video about it. So then, stupid enough to go into a store and steal when you already made a video telling them what you're going to do. And then if you get caught doing it, now you're talking about cash bond, if you even have to pay a cash bond, depending on what state you're in. So why would you do something like that? So instead of getting your mindset and going, you know what? I'm about to go figure out, hey, I'm about to go hit up these church pantries. I'm going to find out if my school got let's keep it real. If my children's school got a food program, because a lot of schools do have a food program where they send the kids home with food. You should have instantly went into that mindset right there, especially if you're talking about taking care of your own family. You should have instantly started doing that 2 weeks out before you even, but when they start mentioning that you may not get it, that should have been the first thing as a father you should have did. That should have been the first thing as a mother you should have did. But again, you're so used to getting things for free, your mindset instantly said, all I know is receiving things for free. So therefore, if I don't get what I'm supposed to get for free, I'm going to go steal it, which means you're getting it free again. So yes, those of you that made videos, that was stupid to do something like that. That was really, really stupid to do something like that. And then what are you teaching your kids? If somebody don't give you something for free, you go and steal it. You go and take it. What a message to send to your children. What a message to push out to your local community. What a message to actually represent your family. What does your mom think about the videos you made? What does your dad think about the videos that you made? What is your cousins? What is your church? What about your circle of friends? What do they think about you saying that you're going to go out and do those things? And then yet to have the nerve to want to turn around. You want to turn around and blame Trump for this. So wait a minute. Y'all can't stand Trump. Y'all hate Trump. He's a dictator. He's a this. Y'all blame him for the food stamp thing, but then yet at the same time, y'all begging him to give y'all food stamps? Y'all begging this racist man. Y'all begging this racist dictator to give y'all food stamps. And a lot of you guys are on here saying things like, oh, it's the Republicans' fault because they got the Senate, they got the House, and they got the presidency, so they can instantly end this right now. Now, Marjorie Greene Taylor mentioned something about a nuclear, she said they can do something called the nuclear something. Don't quote me on this. As a matter of fact, quote me on this. Go look it up for me. I'm gonna have to look into it. She said that they can do something called the nuclear something where they can actually get this done. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I do not want any kids to go hungry. I've already been in contact with a lot of you, letting you know I got y'all back on some of this stuff because I know y'all situation. I know that some of you guys are disabled and things like that. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the ones that, man, you can go to work, you can go do something. I'm telling you, your survival instincts, you don't even have none, needs to kick in to where you can go down. Hey, I'll volunteer somewhere. I need to do something to feed my kids. Ask your neighbors, hey, do you know somebody that if they need some work done, something like this, I need to get some money, because if the first hits and I don't have no money, I got to make sure I'm feeding my babies. See what I'm saying? That's crazy to me that you're not even thinking like that. But oh no, let me just sit back and pray for the best. Your children may not eat, you may not eat, but all you're gonna do is sit back and just go, nope, it better come or I'm gonna start stealing. Go out and hustle right now. Go out in your town, in your city. Go out, make phone calls, right? Make phone calls and find out what churches have food pantries. I don't care what they give you, you better take it. At the same time, man, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, boy. I hope it doesn't come to this, but it's going to be quite interesting if stuff did really hit the fan. It will be quite interesting. Yeah, somebody said you said volunteer to get paid. Yeah. You can volunteer and get paid. I know that sounds weird. I know volunteer is free work. Yeah, but you still can get paid. Go down there and you volunteer your time to go help do something and somebody pay you for it. Now, I know, that seems weird to you guys. I know, look it up. Reason why I say volunteer, because you're not on the payroll. That's why I say that. And if you make over $600, then they have to give you a EID number or something like that to say that you made over $600. Therefore, you're supposed to be paying taxes on that. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about. So folks, again, what I want y'all to do, don't believe nothing that I'm saying. Those options aren't realistic, which I don't know who you're talking to when you said that. If you're talking about the options of calling the church or calling the local food bank is not realistic, okay. I don't even really want to answer that. I don't even know how to say your name. But 5677, I don't know if you were talking to me or not. So I really can't really respond to that. I don't know if you said those options aren't realistic. I don't know if you're talking about the options I just got done saying in regard to going to a church, calling churches around your town, every church. You said, how much food do you think a church has? Okay, so you are talking to me. How much food does a church have, or how much food does churches have? See, you missed the point. Notice I said call all the churches. I didn't say a church. I said all the churches, all the food banks. And yes, if it was me, I will be every church that I call and they tell me, yeah, we got a food bank, we got a bag we give out. What's your address? I'm putting that address down. I'm calling all the churches I know of. And if they say yes, I'm like, can you do me a favor? Can you take my name down? My name is Ty Smith. And I do need something to eat for me and my 4 kids. So if y'all can make me up something, I'll come and pick it up. Can y'all put my name on the box? Can you put my name on the bag? Now, I'm going to call all those churches. And let's just say if I get a hold of 5 churches that say they do give out food baskets and they put my name on those food baskets, I'm going to go on my phone, look at the GPS, and I'm going to hit those churches up to make sure I'm hitting in a certain vicinity. Not one church. I'm calling every church for food. And I'm thinking I'm not going to get no food on the first. I'm calling all the churches. I'm calling all the food banks. I will call grocery stores and talk to managers like, hey, y'all throwing some stuff off the shelves? They're going to expire. Can I get that? Okay, well, if not, I'm just letting y'all know. When y'all go out that back door, I'm just going to have a bag right there. I'm just going to say, hey, y'all can put in that garbage all y'all want to, but if it's still wrapped up in a bag, if it's still in the box, I'm getting it. Cereal and all. Y'all can say what you want to. I'll tell you one thing that's not going to happen. I'm not going to starve. I'm not going to let my kids starve. But see, that's the difference though. See, y'all, you may not think it because a lot of people look at my life right now and think I'm telling you right now, I told y'all, me and my brothers, we were 10 years old. I was 10. Oldest brother 11, the other one 9, the other one 8. We were picking cans. We were picking cans and turning the cans in for money to get a stick of bologna and a loaf of bread as kids. But as y'all some grown-ups in here right now, I'm just going to sit back and I'm just going to be mad. I'm going to make me some videos to show everybody how pissed off I am. But, so wait. So you will take time to make a bunch of YouTube videos, to make a bunch of Instagram videos, to make a bunch of Rumble videos, to make a bunch of TikTok videos, a bunch of X videos. You would take time to make a bunch of videos like that and post. And that time could have been spent you calling churches, you calling those food pantries, you calling family, you calling friends that you may work with. Hey, y'all know this is coming up. Y'all know how things, but you making videos. Yeah, okay. But when it comes down to it, the reason being is because, don't believe me, guys, please don't believe me. Go look up the CR, the big beautiful bill. Look up 71109. Look what it says in regards to the illegal aliens and them trying to give the illegal aliens medical care. Go and look up on the congress.gov. Look up how they are trying to eliminate able-bodied men and women between the ages of 19 and 64 that have no children. They have no disability. They have no issues. $56.1 billion is what we, the American people, paid out to them. And they're trying to get rid of that part too. And that's how the Democrats are trying to trick y'all by saying they're trying to take away health care from Americans. Yeah, able-bodied working Americans that's living scotch-free off of us. Yes, take it away. You crazy, man? That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think about this. I wasn't able to read a lot of y'all videos. I mean, a lot of you guys' comments, but let me know what y'all think when this video is over with by putting in the comment section of this video. Don't forget to double check and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, because people are being unsubscribed to my channel. I'm telling you right now, some of y'all, when this video is over with, go to the comment section and let me know. Let me know if YouTube unsubscribed you from my channel. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and shout out Tim Rimmer with the $5 super chat. God bless you for that. Abiola Raha said you paid nothing. That's why there's almost 40 trillion in debt. Alexander Bryant says the government is not responsible for feeding your kids. Facts. Neither are we, the taxpayers. Guys, with that being said, I appreciate y'all all being here. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on your way out of here. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.